of the day. Absolutely not. Completely ridiculous idea. Giving something 100% is not 3 days a week or 3.5 days a week or 5 days a week. It's 7 days a week. That's 100%. You won't get something off the ground if you're not giving it 100%. Dealing with ignorant and negative people. To even ask that question, you're being negative about those people and you're being ignorant to their other side, their positivity. Every negative person has a positive side. You just got to find out what makes them tick and you can pull out their positivity. It's always you. Don't ever blame people. If you feel really inspired to be a doctor, vet, lawyer, accountant, something that you need by law, go to uni, get the thing. But if you're looking to get rich, uni's got nothing to do with that. Uni trains you to be a worker so that you can get employed by someone who didn't go to uni. Nope, you are confusing success and fulfillment. Nothing of the senses can ever satisfy the soul, so it's got nothing to do with what your body's doing and what success you've attained in your life and what's surrounding you. Fulfillment is an inner game. It's all in the mind. Really good question. End game, I don't really have a fixed set concrete end thing, and when I get there, I'm done now and then I'm going to cash out. Don't really think like that. I think of an ongoing end game. So if I go 10 years, I have a certain image, and when I go out 20, 30, 40, 50 years, I sort of see slightly different images. But if you were to ask me what is the consistent threads between all those end games, I would say teaching, sharing, inspiring, guiding, growing my own self-mastery, and helping others to grow theirs as well. Like with every religion, there are threads of real wisdom weaved throughout the whole construct. But when it comes to an organized setup and going to some place and giving them all your fucking money, like in this case, I wouldn't join one. I wouldn't join one of them. The most powerful thing that you can do in organized religion is to start your own. Start your own. Don't join some other guys. You can start your own fucking one. That's what I would do. And to answer this one is, people are going to ask, what is the wisdom here? The one thing that I will share about this one is the process that they do of sitting down with someone and bringing to the surface all of your emotional charges, your negatively perceived charges or resentments of the past. Because any negative resentment that you have in the past will be mirrored in the future by a fear. And when you bring them to the surface and dissolve them, then you simultaneously dissolve future fear. When you don't have past resentments and future fears, you are tremendously fucking powerful. You can create a lot of personal power in that. So that process is very wise. Now, the method that they use with the fucking machine, you don't need that crap. By the way, this is what we are starting today or tomorrow, Fear Month. I'm going to go through this process. You can bring all of your past charges. I'm going to show you the Cartesian plane of mind, and you will have a new understanding of what's going on in the fucking mind here. Because let me just say a minute on it. When we have a fear, the fear is looking into the future and having an imagination of a negative without a positive. Now, that's going to be balanced in the future by a fantasy. Every fear that you have is counterbalanced by an unconscious fantasy of the opposite. Now, the only way that you can have a fear of the future is if you have a resentment of the past. There's no such thing as the fear of the unknown. People say, oh, I'm scared of the unknown. Bullshit. You can't be scared of something that you don't know. You know exactly what it is. That's why you have a fear about it happening. Fear and resentment are mirrors. Now, if we go back to the past, when you had the resented charge, there will also be an infatuation that's simultaneous and counterbalancing. So infatuation, resentment, fear, and fantasy are all entangled. And when you dissolve them all, you get presence and love and wisdom. So this month is going to be really chunky in the mastermind. We're going to cover some pretty deep shit. And we're going to talk about the mirror of past and future and how to navigate that. We're going to be talking about the conscious and conscious minds and how that affects bipolar, depressions, anxieties. We're going to cover it all. And this month is going to be 80% practical, 20% theory. It's going to be very hands-on. I hope to produce what will be one of the best tools that you'll possibly ever use to clear the stuff and get on with your mission. It's all the stuff that stops you, by the way.